live, eh?
Live,
yeah, that's so. I just titling up, but we live. Yeah, we live.
Hey, Shalom, Akim. We four corners of the world, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect. Right? We use the Hebrew Israelites coming week in, week out to publish this word. And through this word, through we publishing this word, it's causing the so-called white man kingdom to crumble, which no other doctrine on the face of the earth could do other than the Holy Scriptures. And when the so-called white man kingdom crumbles, the kingdom of Israel is going to come. You know, remember that in 2nd Esdras 6 verse 9. You understand? The kingdom of Israel going to come in, which the Israelites is the so-called Negroes, the Latinos, the Native American Indians. That is the true Israelites on the face of the earth. And anybody who come from that seed is an Israelite. Alright? From the father line. Anybody who come from that seed. So,
2nd Esdras chapter. Leave it up. Okay. 2nd Esdras chapter 6 verse 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Right, so Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Plain and to the point. Esau is the end, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So who is Jacob? And who are we living in the end of the world now? Yes, Scripture says that. Hebrews 1 verse 1. Baba Kosher. Somebody, Baba Kosher.
Yeah, this is Hebrews chapter 1 verse 1. It says, the Most High, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in times past unto the fathers by the prophets,
right.
Had in these last days spoken unto us by his Son.
And in these last days spoken unto us by his Son. So the last days came when the Son of God come on the scene. It was about 2,000 years ago. So we know from then to now is the end of the world we live in. So seeing that indicator that we living in the end of the world, 2,000 years ago to now, where feel we is? We're in the end of the end. So right now is the time when Esau is about to fall and Jacob is about to come into power. This is why you're seeing all these different Israelites on the face of the earth right now. Like prophecy. Like prophecy, and they can't do nothing about prophecy. And no matter how much you so-called white people try to stop it by sending all these different doctrines and your vocab Malones and your Dr. James White and your Eric Mason and setting up Kanye West, alright, to try and revive Christianity. None of them things going to stop what's happening right now on the face of the earth with these so-called young Negroes, Latinos, and Native American men rising up and with Bible in the hand on the street corners preaching. Nothing going to stop that. Because that is what Most High prophesy about in the Holy Scriptures.
This is Hosea chapter 12 verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets. I have multiplied visions by the prophets.
Right. The Most
so
High,
I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets.
Right, the ministry of the prophets, which is what we're seeing right now. The young men on the highways and the byways calling on the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And the Lord say once we do that, He will hear from heaven. 2nd Chronicles 7 verse 14. He will hear from heaven and He will deliver us.
Why are you getting that? This is 2nd Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of His mouth.
Right, which is the prophets. The wicked will be revealed by when the men of them come outside on the highways and the byways. This is why we call the so-called white man the devil. Right?
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Right, when Yahushua comes back, the so-called white man will physically be destroyed. But he's spiritually being destroyed because don't get it twisted. Esau set up his kingdom. He didn't just use the sword to kill people. He had the witches with him. He had the voodoo priests. All of them wicked set up sorcerers with him, telling him when to go to war, what to do, to fight. All of them things. Esau ain't just come here just and use his sword. He had spiritual help too. Alright, he had his spiritual help. Satan at the forefront of that. So this word, which is the truth, bringing down Satan, that way you have a shy say, he saw Satan as lightning fall from heaven. And it begins with the men of the Lord coming out on the highways and the byways, preaching this doctrine.
That's right.
That's
Second Chronicles.
Yeah.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 7 and verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name,
that is the Israelites. The so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans. They make up the house of Israel. And the children, whether if they go and have sex with a so-called white woman, or Edomite, or so-called Chinese, or the man, once the man has sex with the next nation, and bring forth a child from that nation, woman, that is a Hebrew Israelite, that baby. So despite how they look, but predominantly the so-called Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans. They are the ones who the Lord in the wilderness made a covenant with through Moses. Them is the words. And the so-called white man, they want we to believe that we are on the face of the earth still, but we're still here. Go ahead.
if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray,
Shall humble themselves and pray, go ahead.
and seek my
And
face,
seek his face, and by us coming back to this knowledge is us seeking the Lord's face. Scripture saying the affliction they will seek me early. That ultimately going in Jacob's trouble. But they all know we've been afflicted. So we seek the Lord. Well,
and turn from their wicked ways,
right.
then will I hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin, and will heal their
And
land.
will heal their land. And that's what we waiting for. And Most I say he ain't from heaven. Most I say once we do this, once we do that, he going and hear we from heaven. So is the Lord he ain't from heaven? Most I say he's not a man that he should lie.
Right.
So he hear him. And once he hear it, our land going and be healed. That is why the so-called Jews, whether in Revelation 11 verse 8, that's why the so-called Jews are there, terrified with what we say right now. All the Edomites, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies
That better, yeah.
shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Right, so that's dealing with United States of America. The dead bodies represents the Israelites' dead bodies. He was spiritually dead. The valley of dry bones. Man that wandered out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. This is what he was talking about. Spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, which is the United States of America. Alright? And go ahead to read that, Baba Kosha.
Verse 9, it says, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half.
Right, that 3 days and a half represents 350 years, going back from 1620 to 1970, when a man by the name of Abba Bivens came on the scene and started to preach. Like 350 years, 3 years, 3 days, a day represents a year, and a half represents, a day represents 100 years, and a half represents 50 years. So 3 days is 300, and a half is 50. 1620 to 1970 is 350 years, which is from the bulk of slavery when the so-called Negroes came over here, 1620, the 1970s when a man by the name of Abba Bivens rose up with the knowledge that the Negroes, the Latinos, and the natives is the Israelites. So when did it seem me dead for that 3 days and a half? What did it? Go ahead.
It says, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
They didn't give you the truth. Now when you put somebody in the grave, they put them to rest. They didn't give me the truth, they didn't put me to rest. What they did, they taught us that we's black people, we's Negroes, we's niggers, we's Latinos, we's specs, alright? We's servants to them. That's what they teach you. They don't teach you we's the royal people of the Heavenly Father. You understand? They didn't teach you that. And they didn't worry to know that by no means. Because if they didn't worry to know that by any means, they wouldn't work so hard to make sure we call ourselves a nigger. To make sure we remain calling ourselves black. To make sure we remain calling ourselves Latinos or Native American Indians. They wouldn't work so hard. Like the apostles that say that their teachers told them in the 70s, I either might jump out that limousine and watch the signs and say, how the hell all you find out this?
Spend
billions to make sure all you find this out. But it's through the Holy Spirit and the Heavenly Father.
Most High, he revive his spirit.
God.
You see, you can't fight against the Most High.
God.
He revived his spirit. He prophesied that he would, and he did.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead.
Verse 10, it says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them.
Yeah, they rejoice. They rejoice. Go ahead.
And make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth.
Right, so when we was dumb and out, these other nations was liking the self. They were sending gifts one to another. Plenty of these different pictures that we have, post-slavery, on the Negroes, like with lynchings, alligator bait, all them things was postcard to different Edomites in different states. That was postcards that was sending. Like when we see children being alligator bait, that was like a postcard for an next Edomite in our next state. That was our gift. Look, this gift, what's this? Slaves was gifts. We was the slaves. That was gifts to them. We was gifts. And they have sold a boy for a harlot and given a girl for wine that they might drink. Gifts. Because we was out there. But
Verse 11, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them.
The spirit of life from the Heavenly Father entered into we, which is this truth. As I say, by the man who we call Abba Bivens, from him, he woke up with the King Marshal, Ella Ikusi as our apostles and Ella's taught us. The Ella High Priest Aria, Ella Apostle Taha all the way down, and the great awakening from 2007 up to now. After 3 days and a half that happened. After 350 years, and it's going down the road, and we get the spirit of life, which is the scriptures. It enter into we. Go ahead. Huh?
Understanding of the scriptures.
The understanding of the scriptures.
Because the two prophets are tormented them as well. The whole nation.
Yeah.
You know, that kingdom and the southern kingdom. Yeah? That's why they're working so hard to keep us from where we are.
That's right.
Because these other nations was not at ease. King David might try and he was slaughtering these other nations. But ultimately because they was wicked. Yeah. Right? When King David was taking over the kings of these other nations, because they was wicked, that's what the scripture says.
Yeah.
Right? They was doing abomination in the land. Yeah. Right? So the Most High sent him forth to bring forth judgment. Yeah. But what? Blood was on his hands, he gave kingdom over to who? His son, King Solomon. Which is Yahweh Shai, they can receive it. Yeah. Understand? But Yahweh Shai went off, or Solomon went off, Solomon went off. When he came out Yahweh Shai, he was perfect. But Solomon went off because what he built temples unto the gods and his you see them women and he had. He had 700 wives, 300 concubines. And he built temples unto the gods. Right? And we fell. Because what the kingdom was separated under Jeroboam and Rehoboam. You understand? Because of that wickedness, judgment came. And we fell. And these nations rejoice and they what? They're glad to keep us under subjection and ignorance, because as long as we rise up, they're going into subjection. They're going to be subordinate to the nation of Israel. they're going to be slaves. They're going to be the proverbs and the bywords.
That's right.
By nature, that's who they are. They are the beasts. Right? We are the beasts. But right now, the nation's rejoicing over us because what we taken down. Let me read quick. This is Lamentations chapter 2, verse 14. Verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it.
That's right, yeah, and that is what they say. That is what I was saying. That is what I was saying when they see the Jakes, the Israelites. And that is what I want to, that is what I want to always be saying. You feel I want to stop saying that? You feel I want to see we united? But we will never be united in Christ. You'll only be united in Yahweh Basham Yahushai. You feel I want to see we united? You don't want to see we united. You want to see we divided. Because the so-called white man is to divide and conquer. That he does divide and conquer. That is why in slavery, he would have taken out a family, send one to Louisiana, send one to New York, Alabama,
Georgia.
Right. A brother will go so, the father will go so, the wife will remain on this plantation, the daughter will go so, divide and conquer.
Hey, and even use our own word against us to help keep us in submission. Because we are a nation that has faith. We are that faithful nation, because we are all once witnesses underneath that great cloud, being led out of what? Egypt. You understand?
That's right.
So we are that nation of faith. Right? So they took the enemy study us, the art of war, they study us, and they use our book against us. They have, the brothers brought out what? The slave Bible, where they take out certain verses and certain chapters, and they use it to what? They had slaves read it to slaves, right? To manipulate. They had an eternal story. You understand? They use our own word against us, so what? Help keep us in subjection. So now we have plantation Christianity to blame for what? The subjection of our people, right? Well, part and parcel, but that was a doctrine given to us by who? By the enemy. Now, it's working out as a filtration process for the Most High to take out the elect out of the whole congregation, which is the nation. Right? This is Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 15. It says, because my people had forgotten me, they have burned incense to vanity. They have caused them to stumble in their ways from the ancient path, to walk in paths in a way not cast up. It says, to make their land desolate and perpetual hissing. Everyone that passeth thereby shall be astonished and wag their head. No? Yeah. So all these nations, they wag their head. You have these nasty ass Elamites saying, no, your niggas ain't nothing, nothing, your father ain't nothing. They're saying, look, the white man had a God, which is Jesus. Understand that Jesus Christ, Jesus the Christ, that other white meat is the God of the white man. Because the gods of all the other nations, they look like the nations that they are. Right? The Elamite God, Krishna, Mother Latri, they look like Elamites. Buddha look like who? Like Moabites. You understand? Who else you have? You have Selassie, or Allah, all these different idols. Right? But the Elamites will say what? All these nations have their gods, but where's the God of the so-called black man? The God of the so-called black man is what? The God of heaven and earth. You understand? And he said, what he said? He said, make no graven images and worship them. He's Yahweh Basham Yahushai. Him only should be worshipped. You understand? He said not to take anything and make an image out of it. On the land, in the air, or in the sea. You understand? Don't do that. That's what the heathens do, because they have to see a physical God in front of them. But our God is a spirit. Right? He himself is a spirit. He's the Father of lights. He's the Father of all spirits. Right?
Right.
But he dwells within us. Right? In all life he dwells. But predominantly his knowledge dwells within the elect. That was St. John 14, 17, I think says. Right? Even the Spirit of truth whom you work hand in hand receive because they see him not know it him. Why they don't see him? Because they don't know righteousness. You understand the scripture says he's a spirit and he will just one and such to worship him in spirit and in truth. What is the spirit? The word. These words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. John 6:63. Right? He's the word. So the vibration that the Israelites carry or supposed to carry is the vibration that's going to show that we are wiser than all these nations. But right now, we're not showing ourselves wise. We're showing ourselves to be fools. Right? We're showing ourselves to be sottish, to be stupid children. Right? So they say children are the oppressors and women rule over them. That's what you see it. Men going out to the woods for women. Suicide, murder. Right? All these different things because men not saying any word. Men not being men. Right? In order to be a man, right? And most importantly, a man of the Most High, you have to be in this word. Right? That's your vibration, knowledge. The Most High said he's a power of knowledge. He was just one and such a he's a power of knowledge and by him actions are ways. Right? None can worship him unless they have that knowledge. Right? So like you have to go ahead.
Yes, but I was saying, nobody can worship you and you follow unless you have that knowledge in it. And only the Israelites can get that knowledge. So now when we get that knowledge, remember you have a
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them.
So now when we get our knowledge, get the knowledge. We had the truth. Go ahead.
And they stood upon their feet.
Right. Stop crawling on the ground.
As beast.
As beast. Stand up like a man. Stand on your feet, which is what we're doing here right now. Go ahead.
And great fear fell upon them with sudden.
So is the so-called white man, the East Indians, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Hamites, all of them scared? Yeah, the scripture just said. Them scared when they see the outside here. They just get terrified. They just get shaken up.
It's like Seth Maharaj, the very samurai. So the Hindus, he died, right?
Right.
The Hindu spiritually that he died. You know, but that's a one thing. Some men might be vexed. Some men who understand because I have worship might be vexed. But I'm glad, you know why I'm glad? Because he's going to come back in the reincarnation fresh to be a slave too. You understand how wicked Elon might?
Right, man.
This is John, St. John 20 and 21. Then Yahweh said unto them, peace be unto you, as my Father had sent me, even so sent I you. And when he had said this, he breathed on them and said unto them, receive ye the Holy Spirit. Yeah, that's a better life, that's the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is a spirit of wisdom, knowledge and understanding. Not the spirit of song, not sweet melody, not Kanye West and a concert. Don't be mistaken. Don't hear. Not doing the scripture. The Holy Spirit is a spirit of wisdom, knowledge and understanding.
Precept here. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of Yahweh and a pure influence flowing through the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her.
Right, no defiled thing could fall into her. That's why you had to change your life when you come into the shoot. It's a whole life change, a whole change of your life process, your lifestyle that you had in the world. You had to change it around. Because you cannot come in the shoot and you're defiled. You ain't going to stick with wisdom. Wisdom will depart from you. That's what malicious soul wisdom will not enter.
That's right, that's right.
So you had to change the whole life change. And as I was saying, I did that video this morning. It's not no happen but by sacrifice. You had to make sacrifices in order to be in the shoot. You had to sacrifice certain things that you might have liked, you might have cling to. Sometimes the Lord does require that for you to remain, for you to endure.
That's right.
Son, you have to sacrifice, you have to give up something to get it. Something you might have there to, you might have to give up to get it. Like Thanos give up his daughter to get soul stone.
This is the book of Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 23. It says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after Yahweh is created in righteousness and true holiness.
That new man, that new person, not the person that you was in the world. Right? And they have been doing that just last night. Sometimes Israelite persons, every day Israelite. Not the person that was in the world. Right? Not that person, but somebody new. Somebody what? Refreshed. Because this word is refresher. And it's teacher what it is to do right from what it is to do wrong. And you have to choose the right thing, not the wrong thing. Because the wrong thing is what this world chooses. And this world is going to be destroyed for choosing the wrong thing.
That's it.
This world going to be destroyed because they choose the wrong thing.
That's right.
And as Yahweh said, if he had not come, they would have not sinned. But now that he's come, they have no cloak for his sin. These people don't know what it is to do right and what it is to do wrong. Because we outside here beginning with the apostles telling them. And they choose the wrong. So they will be judged by Yahweh for that.
That's right. That's it.
Now that we know what is right, then we come into the street and we change the life. So things that we used to do in the world, you know. So friends, you might hide the world, you know, you kind of you deal with them, but not to the extent that you would deal with them back then. You understand? Not to the extent, you just talk to them high and by. Yeah. High and by, so hey, parties, they ain't going to no party. They ain't going and try to be a part of this world and then come outside here and do Lord's work. That don't make sense. That don't make sense, and that can't add up. That can't add up. That don't make sense.
This is the book of Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 1. And you hath he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins.
That we was dead. So why you want to go back to be dead? Just read that the spirit of life entered into them. So why you want to go back to being dead? These people outside here are dead. They don't know what the hell going on. They don't know what's taking place. They don't know how the sequence of things going on now. They don't know that Jacob shovel right around the corner and they might even have food, or they will not have food to feed the children, to feed the self. They will know that. But we know that through how the Lord quickened us. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Wherein in time past he walked according to the course of this world,
Go ahead.
according to the prince of the power of the air,
Right.
the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Right. It's a spirit that worketh in the children. Satan. Prince of the power of the air is Satan. And he working in these disobedient Israelites outside here. That's why they cannot grasp onto what we said. Because the devil in them.
That's right.
Yahweh said, you have your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do, because Satan and these people are them.
That's right.
Satan built a house inside them and live in there.
Done.
And they don't want to cling on to the words of the Heavenly Father to be cleansed. So you know what we don't say by FDT church?
Done.
For that purpose.
That's right.
The Psalms 18 and 20. The Lord rewarded me to my righteousness according to the cleanness of my hands. And he recompensed me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my power. For all his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. I was also upright before him. I kept myself from mine iniquity. Therefore, had Yahweh recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands, in his eyesight. With the merciful thou wilt show thyself merciful. With the upright man thou wilt show thyself upright. With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure. And with the froward thou wilt show thyself froward. For thou wilt save the afflicted people, but will bring down high looks.
Right.
For thou wilt light my candle, Yahweh my power will enlighten my darkness. For by thee I have run. Right, I'll stop there.
Because scripture just say, with the merciful you will show yourself merciful. With the upright, you will show yourself upright. With the forward, that is how the Lord will show himself forward. These people on them outside here forward. The unmerciful, the not upright. The forward and perverse. So the Most High want to show how forward he could be to all you too.
Right.
He want to show you how forward. All you forward to me, I could show you. I forward to all you too. All you upright to me, I could show you. I upright to all you.
It says Psalms 24 and starting at verse 4 at verse 3. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord? Or who shall stand in his holy place? He that had clean hands and a pure heart, who had not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. He shall receive the blessings from the Lord and the righteousness from Yahweh of his salvation.
Yeah, you go down and send to the Heavenly Father. Son, he that had clean hands and a pure heart. That's right. That's why we have to keep ourselves in this world. To make sure we keep washing our hands and cleansing our mind.
That's right.
That's why the scripture says, love not this world and things in it. All these things that the flesh desire, you want to make it more. Right? Now, you gotta really be mind by the washing of the word. That's why when you're reading in 2nd Ezra, around 40 something verse, they need to bring that and put out that mortal and put out this mortal and confessing in my Yahweh and shun your shine. You know? Except here, Psalm 15 verse 5. Say, gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. You know, and I know you can't do anything. He put off that mortal, you know, confessing in my Yahweh and your shine. You know, he can come back there, take up all wickedness when he was back in the world. You know, the thing we could do was pure wickedness. You know, and we place our joy in water, you know, we practicing the Lord righteous act. Right? You know? Here we got it. Right? And the scripture says there is nothing sweeter than he that taken heed unto the commandments. Because they give you a truth, they give you a life, they give you a immortality.
That's right.
By seeking your Basham your shine and practicing the righteous act. By keeping the commandments. You know? Well,
It says Psalms chapter 28 verse 3. Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts.
Like Esau today, talking to Jake and telling him what to do and bad talking, you know, and the man wants to work today. Right? Telling him, you know, you can't walk and do all yourself, wherever, boom. Sudden destruction, you don't see what the might be going for. And let the other eat the might one and then what's the truth today. The devil them gotta go. That's right.
Psalms 24, going back, Psalms 24 and verse 6. This is the generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob, Selah. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lift up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is the King of glory? Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. That's right. It says, lift up your heads, O ye gates, and he will lift up them, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is the King of glory? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts is the King of glory, Selah. And the gates represents us, the men that stand up here on the highways and byways and that fighting for righteousness' sake, right? That making their life that sacrifice. Because guess what? Esau is going to come down upon us, right? We're gonna be just like how Yahushua was a sacrificial lamb. We're gonna be a sacrifice of righteousness, because we're gonna be, some of us are gonna be put to death. Some of us are gonna be challenged for this word's sake, right? That's right. Some of us are going to be challenged. Our integrity, our character is going to be challenged, right? Because we can claim to be pure, we can claim to believe. How about you one behind these cameras, behind the keyboard, behind every set of video? But when we get put to the test, we're going to get put to the test. Revelation 3, verse 10, Babukusha. And then somebody just line up. So, Revelation 21 and start at verse 10. Right? Revelation 3 verse 10, Babukusha first.
Revelation chapter 3 verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
So this is what we're doing. We're trying to keep the word of Yahweh Shai patience. We're suffering long. Right? For we desire righteousness, we desire peace. Right? We desire the kingdom to come. We desire rest. We desire our nation to be well ordered, to be disciplined. Right? That as it is in heaven, so shall it be on earth. That's what we desire. Discipline. Order. Right? The head of every household being the man. Right? The head of the man is Yahweh Shai. Right? The head of Yahweh Shai is Yahweh. The head of the man, the head of the woman is the man. Right? The children and subordination. That's what we desire. Order. These heathens back in their lands working. Right? In their own lands working, separate from us. We keeping our own customs. We being clean and pure, separate from these heathens. Right? We being the rulers. They being the tail. They being below us in subordination. That's what we desire. Right? That's our patience. We suffering long waiting for this. We suffering long waiting for our Lord to come and take this kingdom now. That's right. We can't do it by ourselves. Because the transfer is not going to be by our might, by our strength. It's going to be by the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Because ever since, Yahweh Shai always went before us to give us the battle. All we needed to do was have faith. Right? That's something else.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 9. And it shall be said in that day, Lord, this is our power. We have waited for him, and he will save us. This is the Lord Yahweh Shai. We have waited for him. We will be glad and rejoice in his salvation.
Yeah, we will be glad and rejoice in his salvation. That's what we're waiting for. No, bring it back again,
the book of Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 9. And it shall be said in that day, Lord, this is our power. We have waited for him, and he will save us.
Yeah, I remember the precept in Malachi 7 verse 9, no, verse 10. It says, she is my enemy. That Satan, what? Where's the God? Where's your power? You understand? Satan shall be ashamed. Right? So we sacrifice and we wait on our power. Because we know that by him we're gonna be delivered, by him we're gonna be empowered, by him we're gonna be transformed. You understand? And through him we're gonna take down these nations. That's right. What?
It says, and he will save us. This is the Lord Yahweh Shai. We have waited for him.
Yeah, he redeemed us by shedding his blood, and he will also save us by coming and taking us up in his ships and giving us bodies that cannot be destroyed.
That's right.
Bodies that Esau cannot touch.
That's right.
Right? Esau cannot corrupt. Esau, you won't be able to put a virus in it like in Independence Day. When they try to take down these so-called aliens, which we know represent the angels, they went and put a bomb with a virus to inflict the computers to take out all the ships. You're not going to be able to do that in reality. Right? You're not going to be able to. You cannot fight against your creator. Because our God, our power created you too. Right? You cannot fight against your creator. The creator, Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You understand?
That's right.
Yeah, so you can finish it off and then we go to Farah.
It says, we will be glad and rejoice in his salvation.
Go ahead up. Farah.
The wisdom of Solomon 2.
Let us speak up to it.
Yeah, the wisdom of Solomon 2 verse, start at verse 18, verse 17. He said, let us see if his word be true.
Yeah, they're going to try us. Right? We're going to be tried. We're going to be proved. We're going to be tested. Right now, all the affliction that we're going through is our temporary. Right? When you do study of metal, they call it metallurgy. Right? They show you that when you're tempering a metal, when you're making it hard, you're making a sword, you're making any kind of thing. When you want to make it hard, what you do, you put it in the furnace, you take it out, you hammer it. You put it under pressure, you hammer it, you bring it into a denser material. When you want somebody, the finest katana blades, they have ripples. That's like the identity. So they have there's a special blade that the Japanese had that they said that they put it in I think they put it in hiding after Pearl Harbor, after they bombed Pearl Harbor, and the Americans went and bombed them, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? And then they went in, right? Because the Japanese armies, they carry the katana, they carry the sword, right? So they had to come and bring in the sword because the Americans basically won. That bomb, them two bombs end the war, right? So they brought in the sword, but there was one legendary sword, right? That they were searching for. There's a documentary on that sword. Now when they, in order to find that sword had like a certificate of authenticity, where they had a drawing on the sword and they had ripples on the edge of the sword, right? On the edge of the blade. Now them ripples was formed by what? By the workman, right? I forget what they call it. They were the smith. Let's say the smith. But when they put the metal in, they will hammer, and they will hammer, and they will make a layer, right? And they might add an next piece of metal, they might join the next metal in it to harden it. But they'll put it in the fire, they'll hammer it, and then they'll quench it, and then they'll hammer it again, right? That's what they call tempering, and that's what's going on. We've been afflicted, we've been tempered so that we can stand in that day. Go ahead.
Then let us see if his word be true, and let us prove what shall be happening in the end of him.
Right, so the meaning of the word prove, when you look up a synonym for the word prove, is to be what? Tested. Let us prove or let us test if the what?
Shall happen in the end of him.
What shall happen in the end of him? Right, because these people, according to Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, it is set in the heart of men, right, to continue to do evil, right? But according to the scripture, though a sinner days be long, we know in the end it's not going to go well with him. The Most High is going to destroy him. Right. So they're going to try to prove, starting with the men, they're going to try to prove the men of the Lord. They're going to try to test them to see the Most High is going to be for them. Right? And he's going to appear. Just in that time, he's going to appear. Just in that time when they're going to come down to afflict the men of the Lord. Right? Some of us, some of us are not going to see that. But some of us are going to be transformed. We're not all going to die, but some of us are going to be transformed. Right? What does that mean? We're going to be changed from these corruptible, vile bodies of death, these chains of death, into immortal bodies. Some of us are going to be risen up in that hour. That guillotine might come down, bam, hit your neck and your neck turn to iron, to some indestructible material. You know, because what, you have a spiritual body, or it might just, your body might just evaporate like wind, like smoke. You know? And it just reappear behind behind the hangman or the man, the guillotine man, right? And take off his neck. You understand? So that will be the reaction by you. But there's the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's right.
Therefore, if the just man be the son of power.
Because if the just man, which are the men that out here, just goes back to what? Justice. We're crying out for justice. Right. We're crying out against oppression. Right? One of them that decree on righteous decree, we're going into what? December the 2nd going to be what? A local government election. After that, next year, 2020, there's going to be an election. I think simultaneous to America will have elections also, right? And Trump busting up his mouth. He said, if he go, what? We're going to have sedition, we're going to have war, right? These things about to happen. This is what the prophets talk about. Yeah. We're looking for justice. That's right. When all hell break loose, that's the beginning of justice. Go ahead.
Right. Therefore, if the just man be the son of power,
if the just man be the son of the Most High,
he will help him.
Go ahead, he will help him.
And deliver him from the hand of his enemy.
And deliver him from the hand of the enemy, and we're going to be delivered. Apparatus how we have the elect. That's right. I'm not fucking, I'm saying this way, the elect going to be delivered. Right? The elect going to be delivered.
That's right.
Right? That's right.
Say, let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience.
And prove his patience. So they're going to examine us, they're going to test us. And they're not going to examine us and test. They're going to prove our patience. Because the scripture says patience means so what? A hope of many, a hope of more not. What to suffer long? We're going to have to suffer for this. If we, hey, matter of fact, some of the suffering that we're going through now is so that we won't be tried with the world in that time. Right? Our temptation. Some brothers pass. So what they are about Shimmy Shai. They run this race, they run their race and they finish their course. And now they had rest. You understand? But hey, the dead in Yahushua gonna rise first. They're gonna be coming back on the child with Yahushua in Yahushua saying, Wham Yasharala! That's right. You understand? But at the end of the day, but what Lababal? That's right. You understand? That's right. The Revelation 21, chapter verse 10.
Revelation 21, verse 10. Verse 10. And it says, and he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from the Most High.
He showed me a great city, the holy Jerusalem. In the Hebrew, what Jerusalem means? Yarashalam. What does it mean? What?
City of peace.
City of peace. The scripture said the kingdom of heaven doesn't come low here or low here. It doesn't come by observation. It's not going to be buildings, 3-story buildings, because I think it's against the law to build higher than 3-story. Right? It's not going to be 3-story buildings with lights coming down from heaven. Right? The city of heaven is within us. Because we have to put forth that energy of peace. We have to be forgiving. We have to be tolerant. We have to be obedient to the laws, statutes and commandments of the Most High. That will bring forth peace. Order, obedience, that will bring forth peace. Tolerance towards what? Our brethren, ourselves. Right? Because we are a nation right now, robbed and spoiled. We are destroyed. The curse is upon us. We hate one another. As a nation, we hate, we envy, we grudge. Hey, like the local artist Bungie Garland, right? For years you're listening to Bungie Garland music and what it's about. You're too bad mind. You love to grudge. Too much shoo. It's good. That's how we are. We are gifted. It's like a commentary of our nation. We're evil. We have an evil eye. So towards one another. That's Deuteronomy 28 verse 58. I think not 58, 56. Somewhere around there. 53, 54, 55, 56. Somewhere around there. You understand? Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 21. How is the faithful city become an harlot? It was full of judgment, righteousness lodged in it,
yeah,
but now murderers.
It was the faithful city is us, right? And the reason why we're going into Revelation 21, there was a proof from out of Psalms 24 that we are the gates and we are the doors. You understand? We, the men of Yasharala, right? We represent the gates and the doors. What a gate and a door do? It either lets in or it locks out. We're supposed to lock out all unrighteousness. We're supposed to close out all unrighteousness. Separate ourselves from unrighteousness. Separate ourselves from wickedness. The Lord said He's angry with the wicked every day. Alright? Go ahead,
And it says, having the glory of the Most High, and the light was like unto a stone, most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates.
Had what?
And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates. And at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
So that's it right there. 12 gates. The 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. From Judah all the way down to Issachar. That's the 12. That's the 12 gates. Right? This
it says, on the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, on the west 3 gates. On the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the 12 names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. And the city lieth 4 square, and the length is as large as the length as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed 12,000 furlongs. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal.
equal. Right?
And he measured the wall thereof 140 cubits.
140 cubits. That does not sound like what? The 144,000 men are going to be saved out of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel to be the government of the new kingdom of heaven. That's your 144 cubits. Go ahead, finish it up, I'm going to tell you.
It says, according to the measure of a man.
According to the measure of a what?
A man.
That's it right there. Cut. That's the measure of a man. We are the 12 gates. We are the kingdom of heaven. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse. I was at 35. I was at verse 32. I was at 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. And at the time shall be when these things shall happen, which I shewed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another, and an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. But he shall stand upon the top of the mount of Zion, and Zion shall come and shall be shown to all men, being prepared and built, like as thou sawest the hill gravel without hands. And that was it. We just saw the measurement of Zion being what? Prepared and built in Revelation 21. You understand? So we are the judges, we are the kings, we are the priests, we are the rulers of the kingdom of heaven to be apparatus, and we are all the elect. Right? So in the meantime, what? We strive for the truth until death.
Back to the Revelation 3, start at verse 12. Say, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power. And he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem.
What?
New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name.
This is Revelation 21 verse 3. And I heard a voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and there shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their power.
That's right. Over here. Book of Luke chapter 17, verse 19. No, verse 20. And when it was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of the Most High should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of the Most High cometh not with observation, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of the Most High is within you. Yes, right? Kingdom of the Most High is within us.
So the kingdom of heaven, as God has going into in scriptures, is made up of the men of Israel. Right? Without the nation of Israel, they wouldn't have a kingdom to come. Right? Because every kingdom, it has rulers, they're going to have servants. Alright, and the deemed rulers for the next kingdom to come is the nation of Israel. Alright, the nation of Israel is going to rule, starting with the elect. Somebody can get the book of Isaiah 32 and verse 1. And Yahweh is going to rule in the kingdom to come. Alright?
You know, you never hear any of these heathen nations speaking about a heaven. In none of these heathen doctrines, there's anything about a heaven. You know why? Because they're living in their heaven. Because life is practical for them. They create the idols, they imagine them, they make them, they serve them, the demons deceive them, and they're happy because they're being fed milk, rice, honey, they pour the flowers, they pour upon the stones, they do the offerings, daily they do the sacrifices, yearly, and they reap the rewards because they're living the wealth and the opulence on this side. But the nation of Israel, we have hope for the kingdom to come. And what? is actually a physical work, because we have to bring that kingdom within ourselves. About that is how we have the elect, we will ultimately be chosen to be the first fruits of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? And to be what? Governors, kings, rulers, right? Because they're going to have, like, these sinners, they have something called a caste system. They have the higher ups and they have the lower downs. They have the ones that they look down at. Right? We're going to have in the kingdom of heaven, King Yahweh, right? Israel King is Israel God, Yahweh. They're going to have his head, Yahweh, right? But underneath Yahweh is King David, the everlasting king, right? And then they're going to have what? The 144,000 men, the elect. We're going to govern and rule this world. We're going to be over provinces and maybe even planets. Right? They're going to have new lands. And Israel is going to dwell securely. We're going to be abundant. Right? And we're going to be recognized. No longer you're going to have what? The confusion of faces, which is what? A shame. Right? Confusion of faces represents a shame. Because it's a shame to go and sleep and lay put the seed up in the seed and for your children to come out to look like the seed. Right? It's actually a shame. Because they cannot be identified. When they go to the scriptures, building of the temple in my own area, right? But they can identify the houses of certain people. And they couldn't have part and parcel to do with the rebuilding of the kingdom. You understand? And that's like what you're seeing here with Bokar Malone, Dr. White, and these other people. Right? They have no part to do with the building of the kingdom of heaven. While they're being a hindrance, everybody must say, yo, look up the live stream to the New York camp, because they're following you and it's just endless debate. That is futile, because out of it, these Christians are leaving and coming to the Hebrew Israelites, and none of the elect leaving from being a Hebrew Israelite having this knowledge to go over there to be a dumbfounded Christian again. Understand? What?
This is the book of Ezra, chapter 4, starting at verse 2. It says, Then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers, and said unto them, Let us build with you, for we seek your God as ye do. And we do sacrifice unto him, since the days of Asa, Hadon, king of Assur, which brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Joshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, Ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our power, but we ourselves together will build unto the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, had commanded us.
That's the extension of that. It's that woman. When Yahushai meet at the well, like the extension of that. She and all thought she had a part to do with it. She was a heathen, going back to what King Assur done, the king of Assur, bringing heathens to live in that land. She and all thought she had a part to do with it. Or she said, our father Jacob. Now, shall I push you in place?
You know not what you worship for. Salvation is of who? The Jews.
Right. He's knowing that their contract have an expiry date. And it's about to be expired. You know, the last end year. Right? But Israel contract, the covenant the Lord made with the nation of Israel, going to reign forever. Going to rule forever. No more sickness, no more death, no more pain, no more suffering.
That's right.
Your righteousness, you're going to rule over these people. They're going to learn to fear once more.
The book of Second. Book of First Maccabees, chapter 5, verse 1. Says, Now when the nations round about heard that the altar was built and the sanctuary renewed as before, it displeased them very much. Wherefore they thought to destroy the generation of Jacob that was among them, and thereupon they began to slay and destroy the people. First Maccabees 5 and 1 and 2. And I want to do it now, because altar being built again. and it displeased them. And when you read in that Ezra day, when Zerubbabel and none of them tell them, hey, well, you have no business building we temple for we God. You know what I went and do? They went and cried to the king and tried to stop me and hinder we from building. And that is your vocal Malones today, your Kanye West, your YouTube, your Google, your Google, all these different false platforms that how we people caught up in this fucking world.
Hey, so like, I remember yesterday when we went to class, right? We watched the billboard. Muslims and all in it. The Muslims have a billboard talking about Jesus Christ and talking about Muhammad and Allah and all these different Muhammad, Jesus Christ and what else? That's some of they're going back to
Adam, Abraham, Isaac, Adam, Abraham, Muhammad, Jesus.
Right?
This is Acts chapter 5 verse 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. So if
it's a lot, I don't know if I could read a little like from verse 34.
it say Acts chapter 5 verse 34. Then stood up one in the council of Pharisees named Gamaliel.
Yeah,
a doctor
who taught the Apostle Paul.
Yeah.
He was a Pharisee that taught Paul.
But it say a Pharisee named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, had in repetition among all the people and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space.
Yeah, he had reputation among the people because he was well studied in the law. She said, hey, back up. Get him out of space, right?
And said unto them, ye men of Israel.
Ye men of Israel, you see? So what's directed to the Israelites? Not the whole world. Right?
Take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. But before these days rose up Titus, boasting himself to be somebody.
I think it was Thaddeus, boasting himself to be somebody. Everybody say, hey, consider, basically. Huh? Studious. Right? You know? He said consider. Right? And he's going to draw a scenario. What? You know what? Hey, and when you read this is a spiritual man. He's a spiritual man. What?
Boasting himself to be somebody to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who were slain, and all as many as obey him were scattered and brought to naught.
And they were brought to naught. So when he was slain, they said, smite the shepherd and the sheep shall scatter. You understand? So the slain Thaddeus, Judas, how you pronounce it, right? And what? His whole ministry is brought to naught. You understand? But the difference between him and the men of the Lord is that, guess what? The elect, they're going to do this because, you know, they're programmed to do it. The spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. So guess what? Go ahead and read.
Say, after this man rose up, Judas of Galilee, in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. Yes.
No, go ahead.
It says, he also perished, and all, even as many as obey him, were dispersed.
They were dispersed, right? Because they had no integrity about them. And because the spirit of the Most High wasn't dealing with them. You understand? Because, as I said, the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. Death. Should they say, let neither angel nor death, no. I don't know if anybody remember that said, right? Not take away your crown, right? You have a work to do, we have to do the work. We programmed to do the work. We programmed to do the work. As the prophets of the Lord, we are programmed to do the work. We can't help but prophesy. Right? You have it?
Book of Romans 8, chapter 8, verse 38. For I am persuaded that neither death nor life, no angels, no principalities, no powers, no things present, no things to come, no height, no depth, no any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is in Yahushai, HaMashiach, our Lord.
Right, so
That's right.
Nothing will be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is true Yahushai, our Lord. What Yahushai said, if you love me, keep my commandments. What was the commandment he gave Peter? He said, feed my sheep, feed my sheep, feed my lambs. Right? He called us what? Friends. He said, you are my friends as long as you do as I say. You understand? So our whole duty is to come out here and to set in the road, come out here and to prophesy and to teach. Right? Right? So, let me draw the example. If this man not off Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, they're gonna fall off. They're gonna eventually come to naught. Go ahead.
Say, Acts chapter 5 verse 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it.
Can't overthrow it. And that's what they're trying to do. Trying to what? Somebody said, block off. They're going to bring in this austere YouTube measures, hate speech, so on and so forth, cutting off accounts, closing down whole account, striking account, right? They send Bokap Malone, Dr. White, Dr. Mason, Dr. Black, Brown, Orange, Yellow. They can send all. They send what? They send Kanye West to sing and dance and make a 7 Joel Olsen church. They send them to the Caribbean to get the Benjamites. Right? They're going to get who they are to get. But the elect, the scripture said never was possible. They will deceive the very elect, but it's not possible.
That's right.
It's not at all by any means possible. Right?
It's stumbling block inside. Most High lane to sift the nation of Israel. Like it tells you in Amos chapter 9 verse 9. He will sift the nation of Israel among all nations. Right? Because a lot of these Christians will follow Kanye West.
You know? Scripture said we sang as if it were a new song. Right? They said that in Revelation, and they couldn't sing that song unless what? Unless it was of the 104,000. Right? Of the elect. Right? We're not singing Jesus walks. We're singing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, come and deliver your elect. Come and deliver your nation from oppression. Right? Come and take us all from underneath take our necks from underneath the foot of the enemy. Right? Come put us back on top. Come wipe away all the tears from our eyes. Right? We're not soothed. We're not comforted by these stupid Christian songs. Right? We're comforted by the word of truth. That's right. Right? By the gospel of faith. Right? By hope. Right? By the spirit of and understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So we're not going to be seduced by these simple things. We're not going to, hey, yo, like we talk about the chicken sandwich coming up the road. Popeye chicken sandwiches, the next video come out today where the workers in Popeye is fighting. You saw work a heavy witchcraft on that sandwich, boy. You saw work a heavy witchcraft on that sandwich. Right? And catch the guy. Yeah, serious. You know? If you're waking up because the forefathers in planet Earth, the scripture say that you don't know come until this gospel be preached until the forefathers in planet Earth. That's what happened. So nevertheless, YouTube been cut off. We go to the next media, but nevertheless the gospel has been preached. As the apostles say, and I believe the elect has been sealed. But now is what the hardening, now is the tempering, now is the trying. This is my belief, I speak as a man. You understand? But I concur with the apostle when he says he believes the elect has been sealed. You understand? The scripture said, no, the Lord said, Yahushua said what? Nobody. He said the good shepherd going after one sheep, and nobody can take the sheep out of his hand. Nothing, no one can take the sheep out of his hand. So all this work that they're trying to do to stop the temple from being built, from stopping the plaster to go up, from stopping the electrical to be run, from stopping the tiles to be put down, from stopping the fresh coat of paint on the walls. Nothing you can do can hinder it. The drop ceiling and the lighted, nothing you can do can hinder it. The men of the Lord, they're going to be built up and they're going to be purged. They're going to be made pure, they're going to be made clean and presented white to their Lord, to their other one. Now we shine when it comes. Somebody have anything?
Daniel chapter 7, verse 80. For the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
God, the saints of Yahweh are going to take the kingdom. They're going to be transformed. Then, like Yahweh, so they say Yahweh said, yeah, we are joint heirs. And what he say what? He's not going to meet the heathen as a man. He's not going to meet you Esau as a man. You're not going to be able to oppress him like you oppressed him 2,000 years ago. You're not going to be able to put thorns on his head, to whip him, to spit on him, and to make a mockery of him anymore. Right? He's coming in the fullness of his power and his glory. And guess what? His men is part of his glory too. The chariots are also part of his glory. But guess what? His men, the elect, they are part of his glory too. Right? Somebody hears Jeremiah 51:20 after I'm on.
Psalms 127 verse 1. It says, except the Lord built the house, they labor in vain that built it.
Yeah, something about Shai built the house, they labor in vain that built it. Now how about Shai? Now we're not even bothering with Nathan Joseph and IUIC and whoever else that call upon the Most High Christ or a higher and a Shire. We don't even, we just read about the million. We just read about the million. Right? The Lord didn't build that house. It's your time to united in Christ. It's your time to gathered in Christ. Why GOCC and IUIC not out there singing and clapping with Kanye West? Kanye West representing Christ too. You understand? Because Christ is a different vibration. Jesus the Christ is a different vibration. The word Christ goes back to Christos in the Latin or the Greek, which goes back to what? Anointed. The anointed one. What the anointed was anointed with the Holy Spirit. When John the Baptist baptized Yahushua, what he saw? He saw the Holy Spirit come down as a dove on him. You understand? When they was in the womb, John the Baptist was filled with the Holy Spirit also, which is the spirit of knowledge and understanding. When his mother and Mary met, John the Baptist, scripture said he was filled with the Holy Spirit and he jumped in the belly, or kicked in the belly. You understand? Christians say the Holy Spirit is when what? You feel the Holy Spirit in the singing. When they're singing, when the vibration, how it does make you feel it's the Holy Spirit? No. So what? John the Baptist, Yahushua was singing to John the Baptist in the belly. You understand? Your people are hypocrites and fools, such as children. That's right. That refuse knowledge. When somebody has me, sir?
It says, except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain.
Except the Lord keep the city. Except the Lord Yahweh shall keep the men. The city, the doors, the gates is in men. The watchman are waiting what? Waiting in vain. The scripture says, woe unto you that reside in the Lord Yahweh shall. What end is it for you? I saw he run from a bear and a lion get him, or run from a lion and a bear get him, he put his hand on the wall and a snake bit him. Right? That's how it's going to be. What end is it going to be to you? You understand? Like the so-called Venezuelans live in Venezuela, coming to seek refuge in Trinidad and these other countries. What end is it going to be to you? You flee the hard times in Venezuela, guess what? You're going to meet oppression here too. Right. Because the economy is about to collapse. Right? And you're not naturalized. You're not naturalized. You don't know Trinidad like that. You don't know the foreign lands like that. That's what you're gonna die right there. You're gonna die wherever you go, you're gonna die. Except if you have been elected to back to your Habashim now shine. Somebody had a piece of mango? What?
Daniel chapter 2 verse 44.
verse 20. Right? That was just with deep. The Lord was going to tear the enemies into pieces. That's talking about Yahweh Shai giving us spiritual powers. Just He going to have spiritual powers, the elect going to have spiritual powers. Right? We are the Most High battle axe and weapons of His warfare. We are part of the Most High's army. Right? Missiles is part of the army. The chariots is part of the army. Armory. And the men of the Lord are part of the army. Well, that's the angels, the mighty. The angels, according to the scriptures, are called the mighty one. Well,
Daniel chapter 2 verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
They shall what? Never be destroyed. Right? And He set up that kingdom in the midst of Esau's kingdom.
That's right.
That's a disrespect, and you can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it. Well,
It just says Most High is no respect of person.
no respect a person, that's disrespect.
God, the Most High only respect the righteous. Right? It says, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Shall what? Consume all these kingdoms, because the scripture in Revelation said what? Yahweh Shai will come in and He's going to have crowns in His hand. He's going to take the rulership from all these kings. Right. The king of Iran, the sheikhs of Iran, the Saudi kings, the Ishmaelites, right? The Moabite emperor, the king across the Ammon, Japan, right? The elites of Esau and Edom, right? He's going to take all the crowns. He's going to take all the power, all the rulership, right?
That's right.
He's going to take it. You're not going to be able to resist, right? Your actions are going to be futile. So the scripture says you're going to gather to fight one against another, and then you're going to turn to fight the Lord, right? But they cannot, the spirit is like wind. You cannot fight spiritual power. You cannot fight spiritual beings. Why?
Say, for as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great power have made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is sorted, and the interpretation thereof sure.
So that all the kingdoms that was in the statue, in the dream of Nebuchadnezzar, Yahweh Shai coming to break all them kingdoms down to nothing. Right. You understand?
That's right.
And it's a sure vision, it's a sure word. Right. The end. This is the end of this kingdom. Right. But what? La Babal. That's right. Right. This is the book.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 41, chapter 7 and verse 41. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doeth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come.
That's right.
Wherein corruption is past.
And
He said they are doomed. They are doomed. Gloominess. Doom. Doomsday. It's the end of this time. This is why we see nuclear missiles built, as I was saying on the road today. It's built for a friggin' purpose. To put in a museum to admire. Like for a purpose them thing built. Because if the so-called white man, they don't even know he was building that. To destroy himself, he not build it. Most High put a spirit on him to build them things.
that's it.
To cause they are doomed.
That's a show you, there's not white man come here right this. When we own destruction here. Destruction coming from our show. You put on me.
Son.
He too proud. He too proud to make himself look as the bad guy in a book for the greater purpose of your own friggin' self. He too proud for that. You put himself as a good guy always. Look at what he do. Jesus Christ. Right? He didn't put himself as Esau. He put himself as Christ. Because he too proud. Even if it's for his own race. To save his own race, if this was his book, he would not put himself as the wicked. He would have put himself as the righteous. Because that's how proud the man is. Man just the most proud thing you can ever think about. He just that proud. And why he would put himself as the wicked? Because hey, it will make him look bad outside here. He had to maintain an image. So Esau will never write a book and put himself as the wicked, never. Yeah. You always put yourself as the good one. So that proves the most I write this book. Right. Right.
Even as we heading into the time of Christmas, as the world says, the world call it, you know, the spirit of Christmas is in there. When you check out the Christmas cartoons, the movies, or the novels, Santa Claus, they have him as a white man, the good guy that giving all the gifts. Right. And the Grinch, they have him green. Right. You know, they went for a white guy to be the Grinch. Because the weather is going into, they want to paint themselves to be what the good. You know?
Yeah, also, yeah, we're shy on that, man. There, green, right?
So they were the so-called white man.
Kingdom is good, everything is from Santa Sure. So, everything Esau does is diabolical. The first thing I have in your mind is that diabolical. Anybody ever look at me with diabolical? Ah, you have a dictionary in that phone? Look at me with diabolical. Oh, Google it. See, I have to do Wi-Fi. No.
Devil for white man. Demon. Run around with this and the earth, pretending to be the most high.
You read it.
Diabolical.
Right there, look.
Right. It says diabolical. It says extremely evil.
Extremely what?
Evil.
Woo! That's Esau.
I'm being idea. Diabolical. The characteristic of the devil was so evil as to be suggestively of the devil.
That's the so-called white man. And you people that don't realize the so-called white man is the devil. Eh?
That's right.
All you're failing to realize that the so-called white man is the devil, like the diabolical monster.
Can. They're not cartoon. They're not cartoon for diabolic.
It says, very unpleasant, bad, or annoying. It says, of relating to or characteristic of the devilish, a diabolical plot. Of the devil.
Woo! Of or related to the devil.
Of the devil.
Right? RFID, the RFID microchip. The RFID microchip is what? Diabolical. Right? Vaccinations is what? Diabolical. Evil. Extremely evil. Slavery.
It's disgraceful, bad or unpleasant.
Are you so-called white man?
One will be done to another, one will be done to the son and to the son. That bastard.
The scripture said, the devil is come down unto you having great wrath. Because you know he has but a short time. The scripture said, but you shall have your Revelation 2:10. Somebody got a question?
Revelation chapter 2 verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Right, so that's talking about a spirit, you know, that dealing with a man. So you call a man the devil. And we was talking about the so-called white man and these times here. That call him the devil, the scriptures call him plain out the devil.
That old serpent.
That old serpent.
Devil.
Which is Esau Edom, who is known as the so-called white race today on the face of the earth. the red man, calling himself a upright man, a moral man, a man with etiquette and dignity. You look at these Edomites, these Rothschilds and them. Look at what others do. There's a Google telling you them is philanthropists.
Yeah,
these is the people and them who funded World War I and II. The Cold War, feminism.
both sides of the wars.
Both sides. The eugenics program also funded by them.
Yeah, Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood. Them is philanthropists. Them getting Nobel Prize. Nobel Peace Prize. You understand? But these bastards and them working underhand every day to make sure the people on that side, the Negroes, the Latinos, and the natives remain under. And the way you know, to reverence them and bow down before them every time you see them. But fuck the so-called white people. That's right. The so-called white man is the devil, and this is the time for him to go down. That's right. Most High, wake up these young men on the highways and the Bibles that you see all over the world, because hey, everybody wants the so-called white man head. Everybody wants the head.
In the Urban Dictionary on Esau, hear what I say? It says Esau, the greatest criminal ever to walk the earth.
Woo!
Pull it back, selector.
Say Esau, the greatest criminal ever to walk the earth. Satan incarnated, better known as the white man. The terms come from the biblical name for Caucasian.
That's right, that's right.
Straight to the point, right? Devil pig.
A mat.
A mat.
A mat.
A mat.
When you say in Ukraine, Israel, the most wicked in all the earth.
All the earth.
All the earth. Everywhere this man goes, the wickedness.
Bloodshed.
Let's have the wickedness anyway.
Death and hell. His desires what? Death and hell.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 6. And now he know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work.
Right. Mystery, which is some hidden of iniquity. But really most I say, maybe so there, right? So even back then, these devils was always hiding about who they really is. That's why they call themselves Romans.
Every other thing
but Greeks. What the fuck we you running from, sir? When we was ruling, Selak. Go ahead, go ahead. When we was ruling, we was known as the kingdom of Israel. We wasn't hiding. We say we the Israelites ruling. Yet. But when he saw coming to power, he's an American, a European, a Greek, a Roman. Never the kingdom of Edom. No, there was the Edomites. So the Apostle Paul said, the mystery is the mystery of iniquity that already work. That was the Romans. Was the what time period was the Apostle Paul on here? In the Roman Empire time period. So when he was saying the mystery of iniquity was already working, he was saying, hey, wicked already in power right now. The ruling right now. But right now is not the time for them to be exposed fully. But guess what? He knew. Because he was hand-taught by Yahushai. Yahushai come and reveal many things to them.
That's right, that's right.
So he knew. Maybe not everybody around the door, but he knew. And that's why he was warning the Thessalonians and them and telling them that these Romans that you're seeing, these Caesars, these prefects in different provinces, like your Herods, like your Pontius Pilate who was ruling over Jerusalem, like your Caligula and your Nero and all of them. All of these men and them is the mystery and iniquity what the scriptures was talking about. The son of perdition, the wicked in the Bible, the Edomites. That is them men and them. Starting with the leopard, which was Alexander the Greek, or the Great. Well, the freak. The freak. God.
Continue at verse 7, it says, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
Right, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Who is the one who let him rule? The Most High.
Right.
The Most High had his devil still ruling. The Most High is the one who given this devil the power. Although he's so thinking that he wake up into power for himself. No, nigga, you is being controlled by our Heavenly Father.
That's right, that's right.
Our Heavenly Father put you there because it's to punish we for we transgression. But see now we know we waking up and we turning back to the Heavenly Father. And we praying to the Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father say he will hear from heaven and he will heal our land. And this is what is going on right now. Our land being healed by us. Because we is the Jerusalem that the Most High does well in. Amen. Huh?
And we being cleansed.
And we being cleansed, God. We being cleansed. And the Most High healing us. Understand? You niggas, you so-called white people, you're going down. Whilst we rising. This is why we just always say, Kwame Asharala. Rise Israel. Guess what? Israel is rising.
That's right.
And you can't stop. You can't pass stop to that. You can't put no fork in we wheat.
At all.
We'll always be rolling. You so-called white people going on. Good.
This is the book of Sirach chapter 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, entries and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right, so because all the wickedness that you did, you so-called white people. Because you're telling me to get over slavery. You're telling me to get over heroin. You're telling me to get over every single thing that you did unto me unjust. And rubbing the Holocaust in my face every chance you get. You understand? You're rubbing the Holocaust in my face. You're rubbing 9/11 in my face. But then when we talk about the wickedness that do in slavery, when we talk about all the injustices,
that the police doing to so-called Negro and Hispanic men.
God, over there in the States, what the police doing to the so-called Negroes and the Hispanics over there in the States, when we rise up and we talk about them things, oh, you have to forget them things. All your niggas, all your Negroes like to complain too much. Just be acceptable and accept the living that we give you because we colonize you from swinging on vines
in Africa
and running up and down without a language. We want to teach all your language and how to speak and how to be etiquette. It's a fucking lie you so-called white people perpetrated on us. We was royalty when we was in Africa. They want to tell me that. But hey, scripture says the truth will be revealed. God still sing a song. What do you say? But the truth must be revealed. I know my God is real. Yes, sir. The truth will be revealed. God. Good.
This is the book of Sirach chapter 13 and verse 3. The rich man had done wrong, and yet he threateneth with all. The poor is wronged, and he must entreat also.
Yeah. Rich man do wrong and still threatening me. And when we get wrong, we have to give you something. But guess what? No, that comes time. You're looking for something from me and you're doing me wrong. And then when you're doing me all this wrong and you're threatening to do me more wrong. And we must just lay back and stay in that corner. And just be in fear of the so-called white.
So like spoon feed me shit.
Right.
And we must say yum yum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called the scripture in Psalm say what they require us to sing a song in a strange land. Understand? And they show you the movie and go by off the tongue. But they had Jake as a band marching in front of the marching band. Where you get college marching band from? Jake was marching before the slaves to raise up the spirits of the slaves. They had the marching band and they had them singing a song while they walking for hours chattel, foot, hand and neck. You understand? From county to county or state to state, they had them walking. You understand? But you had them with that marching band in front. It requires us to sing a song in a strange land. You understand? You expect us to be happy. You expect us to be singing what? Songs of joy. You understand? Songs of mirth. Why they oppress us. You understand? You expect us to be lemonade out of lemon. Out of the bitter situation. What America means what? Bitter. Right? From an Edomite by the name of Amerigo Bastusi. Right? It means bitter. And we suffer in a bitter slavery across in Babylon. And the philosophy of Babylon is spread across the planet Earth. And those who resist that philosophy, they be demonized and taken out. Right? They demonize it. The so-called Ishmaelites, Arabs, saying that what? Even to the woman because they don't want the woman to what? To drive. Right? They have women domesticated in houses, taking care of the children and the home. That's evil. So this is one thing that called evil good and done evil. You understand? That's border. That's not evil, that's border. Right? Yeah, border evil to you saw. You understand? That's something.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 1 and verse, I'll start at verse 25. It says, the parables of knowledge are in the treasures of wisdom, but godliness is an abomination to a sinner.
Yeah, godliness is in what? Abomination to a sinner. Sure. That sinner, natural sinner is who we saw. So to say what he broke it, but he covenant. The back his forefather Cain, you know. He killed his brother Abel because his own righteous, his own offering was abomination, and his brother's offering was what? Righteous. He's a sinner and a murderer from the beginning. He saw the reincarnation of Cain. Right? So he was a righteousness is what an abomination to him. That's why a couple of years ago, between 2014 till now, they passed laws where they used to say the Lord's Prayer in church, in schools. They can no longer say the Lord's Prayer in the schools out there. Right? They passed laws, they used to have the 10 Commandments outside a certain state. They had like a wall, a monument with the 10 Commandments to take that down. You know what they established? They established a Baphomet statue for the Church of Satan. Right? They established wickedness and abomination instead of righteousness. They demonized righteousness. You understand? They had, I was watching Top Buzz News, and Celine Dion bring out a clothing line for kids, for toddlers. That's what the clothing line is about. It's about a new order. They have onesies for babies with black skulls. You have onesies for babies with hoods, with horns. You had black onesies with white crosses. You have the all-seeing eye on the garments. Now about a new order, that's what she said. It's about gender neutrality. It's not about blue for boys and pink for girls. In the advertisement print, she walk into like a daycare with cribs and she sprinkle that kind of fairy dust and I see demons coming up onto the cribs, little black fucking demons. Right? Celine Dion and somebody she team up with. That's what the devil is about. You know? But I think Celine Dion, they come back to Israel, right? But guess what? These 2/3 they sell out. So they say white women are way to see blood. Right? They want a portion, they want a parcel of Esau's kingdom. But that parcel comes at a price, your soul. At what price will a man sell his soul? You understand? So she Kanye West, this cunt, this fucking Snoop Dogg, in everything. He's a Rasta, he's a Muslim, he's a Hebrew. You know? Anything to look for money and for fame. You understand? They have a Kodak Black. I think Kodak Black is going to make a jail again. You understand?
Yeah. 60.
So what?
I think it's 60 years. Yeah.
Kodak Black. That's what probation before. Yeah, you can't even keep up with these people first. You know?
Was calling the name when he turned Rastan was singing at the calling him some
Lion, yeah. Using reincarnation of Bob Marley. These people are literally characters. They are clowns. You know? You should just say the leaders of these or the people force them to air. The word air goes back into era.
You want to see power, you know, you want to get up with all these board, you know, the double-minded.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his way.
Yeah, they James 4 verse 8 said, draw nigh to power, and he will draw nigh to you. Right? James 4 verse 8 said, draw nigh to power, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Yeah. You know, you want to be in all kind of things. But you're supposed to be a Hebrew Israelite, you should be over Hashem your Shai. You want to worship, you know, these devils, all kind of things. They're doing it to gain more money. And these things going to fail. These things going to fail.
That's it. What he said there. Book of Isaiah 29 verse 50. Says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding.
Yes, so what Esau basically, Esau is the ones that seeking deep right now. Alright, to hide the council, that's why there are all the secret societies, you know, the Illuminati, which the Most High have revealed. Alright, because the scripture says that the Most High, he seeks out the deep. You know, and he knows their thoughts, he knows all their devices within their hearts. You know, so woe unto them, what? Destruction, death.
That's right.
Unto them, because what? Their plan is to bring in this one world order, this new order for the agents, you know, and microchip everyone, but the Most High is going to make that plan come to naught.
Sure.
They say what the disappointed, the devices are the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Alright, somebody can read the book of Revelation, chapter 15 and verse 1.
2 Corinthians 11 verse 2, chapter 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
An advantage. You know, when our advantage where your enemy, he have a one up on you. You know, where you don't know his next move. Alright, but through the spirit, we know these Edomites their next move. Alright, and through our faith that we have in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we are going to overcome. Alright, we're going to overcome his wicked devices. You know, we're going to overcome his trickery, his stumbling blocks. Right now, these devils, they create all sorts of stumbling blocks. You know, they promote carnival, they promote Christmas, they promote eating on abominable meats, you know, they promote adultery. All these different things is stumbling blocks the enemy has set for us so that he can have advantage of us. Because the only how these enemies or these heathen nations can have advantage of the children of Israel is when the God not backing them. And when we say our God doesn't back us or support us, is when we're in a state of uncleanness.
Come on.
In a state of sin. So they try to trap us within sin so that they could take advantage of us.
That's right.
But the elect is going to have, you know, one accord with the Most High. These are they who are unwhite, they were pure, they were virgins. Alright, so they're going to be one up on these devils. Go ahead. Revelation.
Revelation 15 verse 1. See, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up with wrath of power. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, And them that had gotten the victory over the beast, victory over the beast.
They got the victory over the beast. Alright, because what the enemy wasn't able to have advantage over them. The Most High gave them that eyesight to see the trickery of these devils, which so deep to hide their counsel. Alright, and the scripture says you overcame, because there's no might of the elect, but it's might of Yahweh Shai. Alright, because the scripture says they overcame through the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. Alright, it's through Yahweh Shai coming and conquering death, conquering these devils. Alright, it's how the elect will overcome. Well,
and over his image and over his mark.
Over his image and over his mark. Alright, we had victory over his philosophies. You know, he pushed those vile philosophies. Adultery, murder, you know, idolatry. All these different philosophies that these devils push. The elect is going to have the victory over it. And that mark, that correct mark, that imprisonment in the skin, alright, that he's bringing to microchip everyone, a mark of servitude. You know, the elect is not going to take it. Somebody can get the book of Matthew 24, verse 24. You know, so the elect is your bailout of this place as a so-called black, Latino, Native American, Indian man. The elect have the cheat codes. Alright, the elect have the cheat codes to make it to the end of this game. To beat out this game, as they say. You know, because it's a game out there with these devils. Scripture says, well, it's a sport to afford to do mischief.
The double sixes.
Can. Yapa.
Double zero.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 24. It says, for there shall arise false Amashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, in so much that if it were possible, that shall deceive the very elect.
If it were possible. And they're going to show what? They're going to show signs, they're going to show wonders. They're going to come with that brain chip, or making the paralyzed walk again. You know, they're going to bring the microchip and say, well, this is going to help you know, to make more money, make it easier, make it faster, get where you need to get in the grocery faster. Security. You know, you wouldn't be able to lose your kids. Can. Because we're going to put some in your children, so in case you lost your child, you know exactly where you can pull up your phone and see exactly where your child is.
So like last week you had Charlemagne, God, and JNP saying that they would chip the children.
See that?
There was a rapper that said that he would take a chip because he would like to live like in the jet sea. In the jet sea, yeah. So,
even when they started off pushing the RFID, what they did was they started microchipping animals. You know, they started microchipping dogs, cats, etc. And one of the videos, what they said was, if you could chip your pets, why won't you chip your children? You know, pushing that philosophy there, pushing that out there. For you Jakes, you dumb Jake, you simple-minded Jakes, they say, yeah, that's a good idea. You know, I could chip your pets, so I could chip my children also. You know, and that's going to bring death to your children. But who cares? Because you all said, let his blood be upon us and our children. So your children are going to die also. You know, and when the Lord comes and they have the RFID in them and not the tower, they're going to also be destroyed.
Sure, God.
Alright, because there's men that are going to be reserved that are going to have the tower. That man. Somebody can get Ezekiel 9. Because Ezekiel, there's a mark that you need to have to be saved, and there's a mark that if you have it, you're going to be destroyed. It was just talking about the RFID microchip. Alright?
Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. And it says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, all abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Yes, so where the rest of the nations coming? Because it started off by saying, go to the midst of Jerusalem. Why didn't it say go to the midst of Moab? or through the midst of Ammon, or through the midst of Elam, or Edom. Because the Most High not dealing with them.
Sure.
They don't need no mark because them done set for destruction. They can't have no tower. Alright? Because that word mark, it goes back to the word tower, which means a mark of exemption. Or even a mark of desire. The men who the Lord desires, He's going to put that mark upon them so that they wouldn't be destroyed.
So now then that cut, it's a back up Revelation 7, right? And then the Christians like that go to the mitzvah. But I mean, what teaching was also the Israel.
That's right.
Go back to the you see 9 and 4 going down. Right? You say Paul Mark and the whole world going and watching on the Jerusalem. Understand? So there's a cut.
And even when the Lord in John 17 said, I pray for them. I don't pray for the world. You know, I pray for them. So the them that the Lord prayed for, they're going to have that tower. You know, they are the ones going to be marked for salvation. These are they that are written in the Lamb's book of life.
Beautiful.
Alright, blessed you nations, they don't deem for death, they deem for slavery. You know, that is your future. That is your next, you know, hope. Right, it says, and to the others he said, in my hearing, go ye after them through the midst of the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young. Yeah, because there's a misperception of the Most High today. Where people believe, alright, that the God of the Old Testament is far gone. Right now, the time when the God of the New Testament, which is a loving and a peaceful God. All forgiving, you know, roses, flowers, goodie bags.
Homosexual, lesbian, and come as you are.
That's right. But the God of the whole Bible is about to show Himself.
He's a God of judgment.
Alright, this is Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, so behold, the Lord will come with fire.
And that's a beautiful thing. Alright, you all are these evildoers, Esau, Edom, Elam, all these Western nations, you all are remember that the Lord will come. Alright, the Lord is going to return. The one that they crucified, you know, He's going to return. And He said, that's why when He comes, He's going to come with clouds, and all kindreds of the earth is going to wail because of Him, even those that pierced Him. You know, and He's coming with fire. Alright, them thermonuclear missiles, them ICBM missiles. Alright, He's going to come with it. And also His chariots. Go ahead.
And with His chariots, like a whirlwind, to render His anger with fury, and His rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire, by His sword, will the Lord plead with all flesh.
He will plead with all flesh. By fire and by His sword. Because right now the Lord pleading with the nation of Israel towards the men by words. Alright? Right now He pleading with us. You know, He pleading with you as a so-called black man. Repent. Turn from your wicked ways. Alright, but as the Apostle Gabbar says, where words won't teach, adversity will. So the Lord now is going to come and plead with you by fire and by His sword. You're going to learn the hard way. Basically. Go ahead.
You know, and it says, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
See that? Slain of the Lord going to be many. This is the God of heaven and earth He's talking about. Alright, that is going to execute such vengeance, such anger. He said, I kill and I make alive, a God of balance. Alright, you people, you Christians especially, have the Most High looking like an off-balanced person. And the Most High only loves everybody. Red, yellow, black and white. They are precious in His sight. No. Most High is a God that executes. He gives every man according to his works, as his work may be. Alright, and He has also deemed from the very beginning that Israel is the ones He loved. Alright, and Esau is the one that He hated, and all the Western nations that was confederate with them, with Him. Alright, so the Lord is going to come and execute vengeance upon you all.
It's Jeremiah 25 verse 33. See, and the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth.
Yeah, because why? Wickedness spread throughout the four corners. The borders of wickedness. Esau ruling right now. You know, so the Most High going to make a clean sweep. The scripture says, but surely purge his floor. You know, he's going to make a clean sweep. Alright, he's going to destroy them. The slain of the Lord is going to be from one end of the earth until the next.
That's right.
And also his salvation. That shows his balance. Because from one end of the earth to the next, he's going to save men. His elect. Somebody get Isaiah 11:11. We could go ahead and some more.
Say, they shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be down upon the ground.
Down upon the ground. And that's our vision. You know, they're not going to have no Most High, not going to have no pity on them. See, the scripture says, now we commanded all men everywhere to repent. Now is the time to turn back. Now you have the chance now. As a so-called black, Latino, Native American, Indian man. Stop eating pork. Alright, stop thinking having sex with Tom wife is a joke. It's a game. They do me so I do them back. No. Repent. Alright, stop keeping Christmas. Stop keeping Carnival. Alright? Stop being an idiot. You know, repent. Now is the time for it, because there are time coming where you won't be lamented. Alright, the Most High going to give that right. And there's nothing that we could say, or we could do, or your father or your mother could do to help you. But the Lord dealing with you, and the scripture saying in Hebrews 10:31, is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
That's right.
And that's why we up here. That's why we on this side. And the scripture says what? Because therefore, knowing the terror of the Most High, we persuade men. Alright?
So you're going to make a clean sweep, you know, it's our saying. The old people don't like to say, old boom, you know, go to sleep in corners. But the Most High not going to miss. If Esau feel, you know, you're going to hide in the corners and hide to the bottom of the sea. That's how we have room for that.
Yeah.
We have room for that. People are attacking, you know. So we're going to make a clean sweep. We're going to get all the corners, all the crevices, all the rocks, all the hide.
That's right.
The Egyptian king, the Pharaoh gave him the wife of the cousin of his wife. I think it was in 1 Kings 15. Edomite. Yeah, but he had clean slaughter from King David. You understand? Then we have no seed, so they say you're not going to leave no brand, no root. Everything going to get cut off.
And they to show you the Most High is the same as the days of old. Change not. Right? That same terrible power is the same one today. Right? And he had burning the bed dance there. So these nations are going to feel the wrath and you're back from your shot.
In Isaiah, in Isaiah 2 and 18.
So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2 and verse 18. It says, and the idols he shall utterly abolish, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks and unto the caves of the earth.
So they're going to look to hide. You know? When the Lord returns, they're going to look to hide. These Edomites are going to look to hide. Go ahead.
Into the caves of the earth, for fear of the Lord Yahweh, and for the glory of his majesty, when it arise to shake terribly the earth.
Shake terribly the earth.
Yeah, we say also fear. Yeah, the fear. Right? The scripture says the devil also believe and tremble. Fear. So you know it's wrath and your master shine. Know the wrath and the God of Israel, the God of the Hebrews, you know. God of power.
And how he's going to shake the earth, the Lord is going to shake the earth using them missiles. When they simultaneously hit America and different parts of Europe, there's going to be a great shaking. That's where there were earthquakes and the 10 parts of the city fell. You know, representing the 10 FEMA regions. You know, America is divided into. You know, it's going to shake America, and America is going to be destroyed. Either Mike Ness, Basra.
The Jeremiah 16 verse 16. Say, behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord Yahweh, Basham Yoshai. And they
which we doing right now. Alright, which we are the fishers, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, work started by as the brothers was going through earlier, and Lab of Beverly, you know, fishing for the elect. And the bait is this way.
It is the word. Right? Because you know the bait, right? And the elect gonna be what? They're gonna be caught. And they're gonna come in. Coming in is what? The entire life of what? A life of sacrifice. Making yourself a living sacrifice for your Abba Shimon Oshai.
the Mali saying coming in from the
They come in the entire life of servitude. Why servitude? Because we were once in the sun on the truth, and now the office of service. You understand? That's the life of what? Of being holy is to be what? Separate from these nations. You see anything you used to do, yeah, that song. And what that song? Things I used to do. I do. That was Jaman. Place I used to go.
Jaman and somebody said.
Yeah. You understand? That's what I heard. Because now we take up the customs and our heritage. Our customs and our heritage. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We are the chosen people of Yahweh Shimon Oshai. Whom are the powers of heaven and earth? Right? And they desire one and such to be what? Worshiping in spirit and in truth. They desire to be separate. They desire to be clean. They desire to be what? Full of knowledge and power of God. You don't know what you Right? You don't want us to be ignorant. Right? Powers of heaven and don't want us to be ignorant. Right? Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance brings death. Because the two-thirds that the ignorant of the righteousness of Yahweh Shimon Oshai, they're going to eat pork this Christmas. They're going to eat ham this Christmas. They're going to celebrate Christmas. And then they're going to take the chip. No, then they're going to pick carnival. Right? Then they're going to do what? Ash Wednesday. Then they're going to do Easter. Then they're going to take the chip. They're going to vote. You understand? They're going to choose another leader to reign over them. To oppress them more and more. Right? To put more policies to make their life harder. To tax the hell out of them. Right? They're going to be disappointed when they collapse and they're going to take the hand by the chip.
Let's say my church will be destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge, you're going to be destroyed. You know, you're going to be consumed. The scripture said, Malachi verse 6, Most High, as he said, he changed not. Therefore, the sons of Jacob are not consumed. His judgment remains the same. His laws, statutes, and commandments. He said, I come not to destroy, to annul the law. Right? No, the law, no, the prophets. The law and the prophets, the books of the prophets, prophecy. Judgment, justice, equity. It's about to what? To be balanced off on the scale. Right? Lady justice. In the justice system, the blind is what blind justice. The blindfolded and showing up the scale, and guess what? The scale tilted. Because why? Justice is for fucking Esau. Favor Esau. A so-called Negro Mexican spit, Latino man, would do a crime. And he will serve the maximum penalty. But an Edomite, he get off with just a slap on the wrist. You understand? A routine traffic stop for the nation of Jacob ended up in death. Spiritual rep. One time, traffic stop, he had the spiritual rep. Right? So he saw Edom a slap on the wrist. A warning. Right? You saw them fucking rednecks, they don't come out guns blazing, bow, 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 bow against the cops. So, you need to be calm, put your gun down, blah, blah, blah. You saw break it up, a so-called Negro man house in front of his kids, right? Without a warrant, they bust in the door and tasing him holding his kid in his hand, right? That's blind justice. You go before the court, you go and slap him for resisting arrest, for child endangerment, reckless endangerment, all the kind of shit. You understand? We don't desire to be underneath this kingdom anymore. Hey, we were Savior in charge. We are admitting it. What we're doing here is treason. We are against this kingdom. We are against America. We are against democracy. We are against the government. But the rulers of the world. Correct. We for our power. We racist. Right? We for our race, our nation, the nation of Jacob. The nation that been oppressed on the 4 corners of the planet. Right? We are against vaccines. We are against the enemy indoctrinating our children into what homosexuality, lesbianism, gender neutrality, all this craziness all that going on. Right? We are against sin, because the wages of sin is death. Sorry. Right now we eat from the tree of life. Fuck away with the tree of death. Right? We have eaten from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And what has it brought us? Oppression, slavery, pressing down. Apostle Gababo into the word gardener Gethsemane. It feels like we in the gardener Gethsemane right now. Gethsemane. You know? Because really actually we are. Because Gethsemane means what? Oil press. We've been pressed and all of us coming out to see oil. You wisdom knowledge and understanding that there's a means to prophesy, to conform, to act right.
That's right.
To serve the Lord in spirit and in truth. To fear him and keep his commandments.
That's right.
To believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Right.
Right? Because through the belief in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we could be delivered, provided we have the elect, provided we have our predestined number. Right? Go ahead.
Somebody else reading Christians and men. It's in Jeremiah 16:16. You send for many Christians, right? These are Matthew 4:17. Verse 19. It says, and he said unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Hey, that's what we're doing here right now. You know, fishing out with the elect through the 4 corners of the word, through the word of the Heavenly Father. Alright? And then it's going on to save the Lord, Jeremiah.
See, and after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them.
Right, so you say after that, after the fishing part, after the men come out and get fish, alright, they casting the net into the sea, get the fish, the net, going into the water, into the net. So the net outside the Sodomite fish, get the fish, right? After all of that, the fish gets sealed, and the net.
They say what? The Lord left a remnant. Who will be a Sodomite?
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Hey, you gotta be careful with the kids out there so they get to school. Sodomites in the schools. Family teachers come all the way down.
I'm very sick, you know, my family might have a sodomite little boy child and send them to school. Sick, you know, might have a sick Jake family. Send a little sodomite sick baby into your school, you know, and if they get a child and you take over the Lord.
So guess what? What kind of thing for him or who? Alright, so the child.
The fucking place out of fort.
That's right.
I why this place out of fort. Anybody who comfortable living here, you are dead.
That's right.
You are dead because this place is wicked, boy. Your own child at risk. Your own child at risk with the doctrines of this place. So called white man put so much of wicked doctrine. Your little youth could cling on to that. That's why you have to pray plenty too. You have to go outside to look after your house. You know, pray for each other, pray for yourself. But you pray, you know, pray for each other. Say them prayers on them. This devil is wicked. This devil is wicked.
Hey, you gotta include them with men too. Them with men love
the ones that did churn and shit. Understand? If you really take that role as a father. Understand?
God.
That's why the scripture says, you think it's Surah. So the curse of the mother root out foundation. But the blessing of the father established the house and children.
The woman is the weaker vessel.
Right? So, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. It's Isaiah 21 verse 9. See, and behold, here cometh a chariot of men with a couple of horsemen, and he answered and said, Babylon is fallen, and all the graven image of the gods he had broken unto the ground.
So Jesus Christ from here showed up. Right? That is spearheaded God of Babylon. Like Babylon God, Jesus Christ. But if you say God's a small fry, you see this piece of shit right here? Huh? This piece of shit right here? This is the God that spearheads Babylon. This devil right here. Take a good look at him. Look at him good. Most I can't see down. Can't see him down right now. Understand? But look at what we do. We take the horns on him. He saw we put horns on your God. Right. Do something about it.
He's a fucking goat.
A goat. We put horns on him. We put a snake tongue in his mouth. Do something about it.
Hey, the nations call it fork tongue. They break every decree, every treaty that they make. Understand? The two tongues. In most recent times they had the Iran nuclear deal.
Right.
Trump walk out on the deal. They have no integrity.
And to our people that worship in this man, that's not all they're going to curse him. All they're going to curse all their God, all they're going to curse this man because he's not going to provide for them. Right? The Isaiah 8 verse 21. You see, and they shall pass through it hard, bested and hungry. And it shall come to pass that when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves and curse their king and their God and look upward. And they shall look unto the earth and behold trouble and darkness, menace and anguish. And they shall be driven to darkness because this guy here, with the ones here blondie, he's not going to save all, he's not going to be all. And all they're going to die by worshiping this bastard here. I call it turn all your back on your and show me your shine God of Israel to serve this Esau God, the so-called white man, to serve this piece of shit.
No white man. Don't teach me anything. No white man save you from white man oppression. All white man will save you from white man oppression. That ain't gonna happen. That never happened. I see a video they showing you a black boy in a school, a so-called Jake in a school, and to me a white children, and this either my child come from nowhere, you know, they treating him bad, and just come from nowhere and trying to make friends with him, and saying this how the world's supposed to be. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. We're gonna be friends with you, Edomites, right? According to the scripture, you are our enemies, right?
Yeah, the God of the Hebrews is a so-called black man. The Son of God was a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah, from the house of David. Alright? Joseph was the biological father. Right? Mary is biological mother. And that is the God of the heaven, the Son of the Heavenly Father. Not this piece of shit here.
That's right.
His name is Yahawashi and the anointed Hamashiach.
That's right.
Yahawashi, the anointed Yahawashi. Because he was anointed by his Heavenly Father to come on this earth to be the salvation for the nation of Israel. That's right.
And to render vengeance upon our enemy.
That's right.
Right? So you're going to shed blood.
This is the enemy. He's the main enemy. Because this piece of shit here take on his identity. So God white man just identity thief all the way. This piece of shit here take on the identity of our God. This is not the God that went on the cross for the nation of Israel. This is man that suffered many things at the hands of the Israelites. The spitting in the face, the crown of thorns being put on the head, putting on a robe, what they put on a robe on him, a royal robe or something so, on him, to ridicule him, carrying a cross through. You people go and pay for it, they are shining. But this is not the man. This is a man, an imposter. Serapis Christus / Jezreel Borgia / Jesus Christ. / Nimrod. This is the man right here. This is the devil. This is the devil that the Bible speaks of. One child of the devil, a Edomite.
And he's going to be destroyed by the same men who he oppressed.
That's
So
right.
the scripture say Israel is my battle axe, my weapons are war.
God.
And with us, we're going to destroy these nations, we're going to destroy this battle.
That's right, that's right.
Concerning what the big brother talking about, this is Job 9 and 24, talking about the wicked. Alright? Job 9:24. It says the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked, cover the faces of the judges thereof. What will he do? You know, give us a white God, cover the true and living power, which is a dark skinned man. Alright? You will see here is a deception. This is lies. That's why ancestors, you know. It's saying, moving on, cover the faces of the judges, therefore, if not, where and who is he? Him right here, right in front of me. Living against him, living amongst him.
Because this guy here, he didn't die for all this.
God.
Right? You know, they the same people them who crucify our Lord and our ancestors.
That's right.
I think he's going to come to teach all of the truth. The man who kill all the Lord, how he will come and teach all the truth about him now? You know, you people so damn foolish.
Yeah.
You know?
The ancestors inherited lies. They fed lies. You know, they like to hear lies. Even in them churches, there's lies that is running upon.
You don't want to go into the history of Rastafarianism. Right? There was a document that I read that said the Rastas coming out of slavery, the Benjamites and those in Jamaica coming out of slavery. They did not want to accept that white God. Because knowing and understanding that this so-called white man is oppressing us, but breaking, raping the men in front of the women and the children. Right? And then coming on top with the Bible and saying that with this image saying that there's our Savior. They didn't want to take that. So they said what? They're going to come up with their own word. At the same time now they had Marcus Garvey, of course it's indoctrinated in America and in England. Right? Coming and he was saying look to the east, look for coming of a black king. And then not too long after was the coming of King Selassie in Addis Ababa. So everything fall into play, but she just said he deceived our mind. Right? So what? There was a spirit of deception. Right? Now the Benjamites rose up, they became Rastas and whatnot. They started to eat pure. Well, they was already eating pure, but the earth was already pure back then. Right? But they didn't eat processed foods and stuff. You understand? Because hey, them Benjamites are living long and they're strong. You understand? But they corrupt in the spirit because they're not mainly serving this devil, but they're serving a devil. So we talk about the devils, right? Because they have a seducing spirit that goes behind all the idols. Right? So that Shai died, he fled, he fled his country, right? And sought refuge in England. When Mussolini and the Italian man they were coming up against him. Right? When he came back with this symbol. Right? That symbol went into what the worship of the obelisk or the worship of the vagina Selassie. Right? That goes back into woman worship. Right? Which goes back into what pyramid of the gold ceiling high. How would that go back into? Right?
Deuteronomy 32 verse 17 said they sacrifice unto devils.
Unto what?
Unto devils.
Right? That's the spirits that behind these idols. Because there's a seducing spirit behind that stone that the Hindus pour that water on, or that milk on, and that rice and flowers. There's a seducing spirit behind that block to make Muslims sleep from before calling it behind it to go and walk around a fucking stone 7 times how much of a time. You understand? There's a seducing spirit. They're coming and butt the fucking ground every day. Head down, ass up. You understand? And want to believe that Prophet Muhammad and whoever they call his savior coming and flying donkey and the sun man rise on the west and all that shit. That's a seducing spirit. There's a spirit behind it. Because they see prosperity by these idols. Right? They've been seduced, they've been enticed.
And I see these Hamites them washing themselves with powder and powder.
Yeah. And what these Hamites do, right? They don't eat beef. And when you're watching the documentary on the people of South Sudan, the tallest people on the planet Earth, right? They don't eat cow because they worship the cow basically. They don't eat cow. They see that's well too, but they worship the cow. That goes back into the ancient Egyptians, right? Brazen bull, right?
Say they sacrifice unto say they sacrifice unto devils, not to God, to God whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers fear not.
Yeah. Newly gods that come upon our fathers feared not. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They didn't fear them idols. They didn't fear Krishna, Shiva, Ganesh, Mother Lakshmi, Buddha, Malik, Ziyok, Allah. Right? They didn't fear Christ. They didn't fear Christ. Jesus the Christ. They didn't fear Jesus the Christ. Jesus Christ ain't no God. It's an image, an idol, set up to what? Cause our people to hear. Right? Set up for white supremacy, to make the minds of our people in subject to subdue the minds of our people. Right? Because once we see this image, you think of God, your power, your creator. You think of somebody that's over you, almighty, all merciful. Right? Once you see that image, so they set that image up, iconoclasm. Right? Using sexual there's the image of sexual boys here, this devil on the bottom, right? Right? Using sexual boys here, Michael and Alexander, the sixth Pope of Rome, uses son sexual boys here, right? He being Rodrigo Borgia, he gave permission to Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, two artists, to paint this image as the image of the Most High, or the Son of the Most High, right? This goes back into what? Ancient times, because when you read the Apocrypha, right? They did the same thing, right? They immortalized themselves by setting up the Son as the image of God, right? Why not? Now finishing the picture?
Says 4:4:1. It says Ephesians 2 verse 2. Wherein in time past you walk according to the course of this world.
Yeah, according to the course of this world. You see, look, there's the same man. If you hear the music in the background, it's reggae. But the course of this world in the past times was what? It would have been Christmas music. Parang. Okay, so what you call it? Parang soca. All that kind of thing. But we used to walk in the course of this world. But guess what? The spirit of truth is out here. And these people don't even give a fuck about Christmas. They can't wait till Christmas going, the 25th of December going to celebrate Carnival. Carnival already here. You understand? Carnival, the festival of the flesh. Carni, flesh, ball, festival. Right? But the times past we walk into this. We as men of the Lord, hey, we were part of that generation that was in that. You know, we went through all these things to know evil and also to know good. Right? We once what? You saw what? Bake that ham? That was a Christmas feast. That ham baking. You understand? It's smelling that fucking vile creature baking in the oven. It's not an aroma, it's a stench. The stench going through the house. Right? Looking forward to mommy cutting the sliced ham. You understand? Jake with all the flavor, putting what? Pineapples and cloves in it. You know? Going back to slavery, what they gave us the remnants of what they didn't want. The cow's feet, the cow and the pig intestine. That's something called chitlins, which is cow and pig intestine. Right? Jake in Louisiana and when this place where they had Katrina, the storm. New Orleans, Louisiana, right? Jake don't know how to do the chitlins good. How to turn it inside out, clean out all the inside of the intestines and season it up and cook it, right? Because what? times past what? We make lemonade out of lemons. A bitter situation. You understand? So in times past, we went after the spirit of this world. Right?
Yeah. In 1 Peter 2 verse 9, you know what they were saying, you know, we was out there doing the same thing too. Because you know, we don't choose the Most High does choose you.
Right.
Right? 1 Peter 2 verse 9. It says, but here are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that he should show forth all his praise unto him, who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Yeah, so we show that praise. There's no also in the highways and byways. Right? We were once in the valley of the shadow of death. We were once part of these dry bones. We were once in darkness, so we need light. Ecclesiastes 8:1 says, wisdom maketh a man's face to shine. We have a different aura about us. Right? You see, an Israelite amongst the crowd, stand out. One, we have a beard. That's right. A beard is a badge of honor. A badge of dignity and honor. Right? Two, we know something. We know something that these fucking tutors don't know. Right? That we are that chosen and royal generation. We are the chosen people to bring the praise and the glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? So we what? We carry about our bodies, we live our lives in the glory of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We abstain from forbidden foods. We have a whole book of dietary laws. Right? Leviticus 11, according to Deuteronomy. Right? You stay away from the forbidden foods. Right? You stay away from a woman on a period. You stay away from other men's wives. Right? In fact, you let go of this world. You have nothing to hold on to, nothing to cherish in this world. The fashion of this world. The things that this world does. The fashion of this world is what? Popeye's chicken. Right? Fast food. Popeye's one time old chicken sandwich. The McDonald's McRib sandwich, right? The KFC cheese pizza chicken, cheese and pepperoni and a fucking piece of chicken, right? There's the fashion of this world, right? Lesbianism, homosexuality, pedophilia, you understand? Faggots walking up and down the street, that's the fashion of this world. Faggots in authority, homosexuals in authority, they pass the legislation, the laws, right? So they're obviously going to favor themselves. They're not going to favor the upright man. They're not going to favor the man that abhors abomination. They're going to favor themselves. Right? They get a position. They had Lil Ma. Lil Ma. They didn't want to give her a record deal. But when she come out and say she's a lesbian, money out her ass. Money out her ass. Steve Harvey, that bonehead Egyptian bitch. You understand? It's all about the money. Money ain't that thing. The money about. Got a song from when Marital Guru. My money, ha ha. Money, ha ha. That's what the fashion of this world. Scripture said the fashion of this world faded away. But the love of Yahweh shall enjoy forever. And that's what? The love of the Most High is what? His commandments. 1 John 5:3. Finish this about God.
It says, according to the prince, we don't go from the top. It says, wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world.
Yeah, we walked in the course of this world, boy.
According to the prince of the power of the air.
Who rule the earth? The scripture says, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The wicked is Esau. The sons of the wicked, the sons of God is Israel. The sons of the wicked is Esau. The sons of men is the seed nation. Go ahead. The prince of power of the air is Satan. Right? The spirit that stands in opposition to all righteousness. Go ahead.
The spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
The spirit that now worketh in what the children of disobedience. 2/3 of our nation are disobedient. Right? They say that they love God, but they walk around here with no beard as men. Big, grown, hardback men. Right? But they love God. They have women beating their chest. I love God. I don't fear man. I love God. I don't fear man. I don't fear God. You have women doing that. I don't mind, you do it. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai say he's going to abase the crowd. You see? The thing about the men of the Lord, we have come to the realization that there's nothing but the truth. And this is the whole truth.
And every word is going to come to pass.
Right.
So judgment is going to come on your ass.
That's right.
Right? You all refuse this 144 again. You all refuse to happen. So you all refuse the proactive work. What the most I say? Because you rejected me, I'm going to reject you.
Why not? This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 15 and 16. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word.
They that fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will not disobey his word. Go ahead.
And they that love him will keep his ways.
They that love him will keep his ways. What are his ways? Be a brother keeper. Keep the commandments. Right? Love the Lord with all thy heart, with all thy soul. Serve him. Serve him as much as you can. Because then it still will not be enough. They'll keep on his ways. Put away Christmas, put away Easter, put away all these things that they celebrate in the world. Celebrate the Passover, celebrate Purim, celebrate the Feast of Weeks, the Feast of Tabernacles, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Day of Atonement. That is the ways of the Most High, Yahweh Shai. To hate the fucking heathen, to hate evil and love the good. That is the ways of Yahweh Shai. Hate evil and love the good. These people don't love good. They love evil and they hate good. That's what they do. They hate us because we speak good. The scripture said they hate the hate that we repeat at the end. The Lord said they're going to hate you because they hated me first. Because I speak of their evils. Right? You're being highlighted, I always say, to the Spirit is as though we put a light and a mirror in front of your face, Esau, and in front of your face, 2/3. Right? And you all hate what they're saying. You don't love your neighbor. They envy and grudge. All your hypocrites are going to these churches. You see Sister Mary, she coming in the same dress whole month now. Why the fuck you don't come together and buy a dress for her? Or two? You understand? You're going to church and the pastor say, hey man, let's pass the bucket around. It's time for us to put a new wing. It's time for us to add a new school. Pastor, I want you to help out. I can't pay my light bill. But let's say I pray for Sister Nancy, she can't pay her light bill. Why the fuck you don't go in the basket and pay? Because what? The priests, the Levites, what they used to do? They used to take care of the widows. They used to take care of the orphans. Right? But you're holding the money. That's why the scripture said, does a man rob God? Then you rob the Most High. You say, where do we rob the Most High? In tithes and offerings. You're not doing the things that the Most High said to do. You're not sitting down in the priest of a Levite. In the priest, in the office of a Levite. The office of the priesthood. You're after your own bellies, after the filthy lucre's sake. You all have a portion, a plot, a parcel, a land in Esau's kingdom. That is what the 501 city charter represents. That is what the license represents. To have a portion in Esau's kingdom. That money that they get in is tax free. It's tax exempted. You all can open businesses. You all can buy churches without VAT, without value added tax. Right? You're not being taxed. IRS not going to come no money on. Right? But that is bribery. And guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahshai, he's not going to be bribed. He's not going to be bribed. When he comes, the money is not going to be ransom for your life. The Lord is going to send them missiles and going to destroy Babylon, which is America. It's going to destroy the kingdoms of the Edomites, of the Ishmaelites, of the Hagarenes, of the Elamites, and the Moabites, and the Ammonites. All the nations that had the nation of Israel in what? Captivity and oppression. Right?
Verse 16, it says, they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well-pleasing unto him.
What is well-pleasing to the Most High? To read these words and be cleansed. Rend your heart, tear your lap, tear your mind from this kingdom. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. Spiritually, get out of the ways of the customs. Friday evening, or I start from Wednesday, I'm fucking the whole fucking week. Right? You have Wednesday, you have Bacalao Thursday, you have Carnival Friday, you have Saturday, it goes on. It's just an everlasting, fete after fete after fete after fete. You understand? Friday, there's a bear in your hand on the corner and you just wait to pick up this adultery. You understand? Get your heart out of that. You're going on the street, you're dropping your child to school and you're watching all the mothers. Yeah, it's a milk boy. Yeah, watching hey, that mother looking good. Rebuke them thoughts. Rebuke them thoughts. She belongs to somebody.
Them thoughts are death to them because people say, but these wicked jakes, he say, all bread is sweeter than hunger. He will not leave out till he die. You know what? The society will take them when the least expected. You know? They Sirach 10 verse 19. He said, they that fear the Lord are a sure seed, and they that love him an honorable plant. They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed. They that transgress the commandments are a deceivable seed. Seed.
It says, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. It's the book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse, I'll start at verse 6. It says, he answered and said unto them, well hath Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, this people honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. For laying aside the commandments of Yahweh, he hold the tradition of men.
Yeah, they lay aside.
When I take part in carnival, you know, that people say high holy days, you know, Passover and these things, that people, these traditions of men, carnival, all these things. Right? And they're going to be destroyed. Right? The Obashan is going to destroy you. Right? In Psalm 147 verse 11. Say the Lord taketh pleasure in them that fear him, in those that hope in his mercy. And that's where we out here. You know, we cry now for the most high mercy. You know, by practicing the righteousness, by doing the right thing. You know, because all we are in this world is your Basham and Shine. We are to cry on to the most high. You know. But he's the only way, he's the way of life. You know. Anything outside that is death.
This is the book of Psalm chapter 6 and verse 4. Return, O Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. Deliver my soul, O save me for thy mercy's sake. For in death there is no remembrance of thee. In the grave, who shall give thee thanks? I am weary with my groaning. All the night make I my bed to swim. I water my couch with tears. My eye is consumed because of grief. It waxeth old because of all my enemies. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity, for the Lord hath heard the voice of my weeping. The Lord hath heard my supplication. The Lord will receive my prayer. Let all mine enemies be ashamed and so vexed. Let them return and be ashamed suddenly. So, hey, just as psalmists, you know, praying unto the Lord, we the men out here, we praying unto the Lord, Yahweh Basham Yahushai, making that cry. You know, because daily in this wicked place, you know, we being afflicted. You know, you gotta get up and work hard for these devils while they live luxurious lives, knowing that you're supposed to be the true king of this earth. That's torture. That you keep just saying what is much knowledge is much grief.
That's right. I go down to the car about that mansion on my side. Elon might have been the mansion. Elon might have. I mean, the same Elon might have marketing. They go out of businesses and the marketing business up the lane. You're rising up early to check out up in our house book. Make sure that they get wrong. You gotta believe the walls high. 60-foot walls. Cameras all around. Wall down. Understand? Can't even enjoy the fresh air. Can't even run around in the yard. That's why. This kingdom wicked. This kingdom wicked.
I used to say, Mosai, full of most because he telling all they repent and turn back to him. So he will have one and part.
Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 11, Bible Bishop. You done that.
This is 2nd Ezra 9 and 11 and it reads, and they that have loaded my law will they, while they had yet liberty, and when at yet place of repentance was opened unto them, understood not, but despised it.
Yeah. So what? When a Christian church will tell you that Jesus Christ come and died and you have what? You're on the liberty and you're on that grace. But for what reason? So they just say because the door of repentance was open unto them. And they can only repent because the word repent is agree. Back, repent, be sorrowful, penitent. You can only turn back to something that you had from before. And the laws is only given unto who? Israel. Yeah, so it says there that loaded my law. But Daniel has always said connected dots. Yeah, that loaded my law. Who loaded? Who was giving the law? Israel. While yet they had liberty, and the doors of repentance was open unto them, which is now. They shall what? They that loaded my law shall what?
Yeah, it says, and they that have loaded my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
Continue to read.
You know, it says the same must know it after death.
You must know it
pain.
after what?
After death. By pain.
By pain. So the missiles going to have to hit. Or even before the missiles, what? Yeah, martial law camps. Torture. Torture. Yeah. Or even before that, the famine and the pestilence. To be hungry. Right? To starve, to wither away from the inside, to what? Degenerate from the inside out. Right?
Like how they're going to do it by pain, because the Lord going to judge you by this same law with the despise. Right? So they're going to do it after that by pain. Right? In Jeremiah 35 verse 15. Say, I have sent also unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising up early and sending them, saying, return ye now, every man from his evil way. You know, and I will be out here doing. You know, calling back Israel to bid them back into the marriage for them to repent, turn back, turn from all their wickedness, and turn back to your Hashem Yashai. Right? You say, and amend your doings, and go not after other gods to serve them, and he shall dwell in the land which I given to you and to your father, but ye have not inclined your ears, nor hearken unto me. Right? You know, so you don't need like gonna come out of this, you need like gonna get. Right? Because you can say all these things where your Hashem Yashai doing, you know, for amendment, for correction. But you say, yeah, they will still they will listen. Because our people, they will listen, you know, they like gonna come out of this. You know, them, you know, who's gonna come out of this? You know?
These words can teach happiness every day.
Adversity. Yeah, so with that, give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Akadash. Number one of our apostles and elders and great men stone. Salutation to the elect better that do this work in sincerity and respect of the prophets and standard and anticipate the downfall of Babylon, which is aka America, aka the harlot, aka the mystery Babylon, the war that's stood up on the beach, which is what? NATO and the EU, right? Which are about to pass their system, which is the New World Order. Yeah, by the chip will be the culmination. And when they're about to pass that chip, they say the fullness of their sufficiency, when they're about to fill their belly, now Shah is going to come and deliver his very elect. Right? So, Mawat Lababal.
Mawat Lababal.
Right? You know what it is. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.